what is your favorite song off the album? If you could choose one.
I'd have to go with I think the track albums or the album
The
track
track,
is the best.
yeah.
YSIV.
Hey, what's going on, you variety-loving people? I hope you're ready to add some spice to your day. Welcome back to Secret Spice of Life. We're your hosts. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Jordan.
And if you're new to the podcast, welcome. I hope you brought your beats and your lyric books because today we are reviewing Logic's Young Sinatra 4. But before we jump into that, we got these dope t-shirts for our birthday from Riley. But, they have our names on the back too. We can't really show you, but we'll probably put a picture on social media this week sometime because this episode will be out Monday, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I was looking at the stats for our podcast. We're like 5 downloads away from like our goal for like this month. And
Tomorrow October 1st?
Yeah, tomorrow's October 1st in about like 24 minutes.
Yeah.
But
I guess we can still count it as long as it's the first day of the month.
Yeah. I put out another tweet about like 20 minutes ago. So hopefully that gets us those 5. I mean, 5's not that hard to get, I feel like. But yeah. Another fun fact of the day. We made it just in time. It's still National Podcast Day, if you were unaware.
Oh,
Today's National Podcast Day.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
No.
So we had to record a podcast on National Podcast Day.
Barely.
Just barely. But yeah, man. When did Young Sinatra 4 come out? Friday, right?
Oh yeah, technically Thursday, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday
night.
Whatever
Yeah,
you consider midnight to be. Yeah.
On the West Coast, it was still Thursday.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. You just want to jump into like the songs, I guess, or do you have like anything to say before?
Do you want to talk about Carter 5 also? Though I guess we could do both, couldn't we?
Yeah, I mean we could.
It could just be.
I feel like this one's gonna be pretty lengthy.
Yeah, I mean we could like talk a little bit about. Even though I still haven't finished listening to the whole Carter album.
I finished listening to it and I downloaded. I need to re-listen to the songs I downloaded.
Yeah,
but
I mean we can
do like a little synopsis. You just want to start with that then, because I feel like that one won't be too long.
Yeah.
Here, you pulled the song list, cause.
I got it.
But yeah,
I just felt like we should talk about that a little bit because that's a big drop.
Yeah, I downloaded 16 songs from Carter 5. Or no, it's not 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. 12 songs. Okay, I was right with the first time. But 12 out of 23 songs. It was lengthy as heck.
Would you listen to the whole album?
Yeah, listen to the whole album. I like the intro, how it starts. I like how his mom is like talking to him and telling him, like Lil Wayne, how proud she is of him.
Yeah,
that was like an interesting way to open Carter 5 because the previous ones aren't. I believe they're not about him. I think they're about his the other stuff around him. I know because I feel like this was more in I don't know how to explain it, in an interpersonal album, like this is like to himself or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
But the second song, "Don't Cry" with XX, is
it's like an emotional song, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they recorded that like quite a while ago though.
No, I think he took a sample from
one
of X's songs.
Oh, it's from one of his songs.
I think so. I'm not positive.
I don't really know much about that.
I'm not like the biggest fan of X, but I thought some of his music was good. But
what is that?
What
are you drinking?
I'm not gonna talk about that. But
it smells like cranberry juice or something.
I don't know. It's like lime.
What the heck is that?
It's like lime juice. But yeah. But that was. I thought it was a okay song. I don't know. People said they like that song a lot. I saw some people I talked to said they really liked that song.
Uproar was one.
They take the sample from P Diddy's Special Delivery for that song.
Yeah.
The song's hard as hell.
Like that's the one that I saw. Like everybody put up on their like Instagram, Snapchat stories and stuff.
Yeah, as soon as I heard that, I was like dancing on Snapchat to it because the chorus of that song's hilarious.
And then "Let It Fly" with Travis Scott.
Of course, yeah.
I know it's a good song. I mean, I think they could have maybe made it a little bit more like I don't know, like a little heavier of a beat maybe.
Yeah, Travis Scott likes his beats.
I mean, like it's at points where it like builds you up to like a big beat.
Oh yeah,
drop
and they never drop it. Yeah,
yeah.
It's like one of those. But the next.
But it's still a good song though. It's a quality song.
Yeah, but the next song I think is the best song on the album. "Can't Be Broken."
Yeah, from what I've listened to so far, I'd say it is.
Yeah, the lyrical like subject matter for that is unreal. Like I mean, all these songs I feel like the lyrical like subject matter was definitely there. He's Lil Wayne's one of the greats.
I mean, like people always make fun of him for the raps that he does, but like he's definitely one of the greatest lyrical.
Lil Wayne's on his own
ever.
planet, man, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I can't give this review like it's justice just because like I haven't given enough time to this because I've been listening to all the other music that came out this week too. It's just hard to fit like all that in, but yeah, I mean Lil Wayne's definitely top 10 all time easily.
Yeah. He could. I mean, like he could slip close
into a top 5. Yeah. If he's not 5, he's 6. That's what it is.
I mean, like he can make a rap lyric out of like anything. Like his mind works way different than a lot of people.
He was talking. He said after you start rapping so long, he said you run out of stuff to say. But he said I've never had that problem. Yeah.
I mean, like he literally makes up lyrics about anything.
He's found like so many different ways to say simple things. Like
I
can't. That's
why people say that it's stupid, but like he does stuff that nobody else does. That's why. Yeah. Like people just aren't used to hearing lyrics about the kind of stuff that he like raps about sometimes. So I don't know.
Yeah, but then there's Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, that's
I like the
Kendrick's like he like kind of calls back to earlier in his career.
You can tell in his voice. Yeah,
his voice.
He, like Mad City Kendrick.
Yeah.
But the subject for that song is super interesting. It's about like Lil Wayne. He's like pimping or whatever. Like he's having all these girls like hook up with these guys to steal their stuff basically. And one of the girls is like Kendrick's girlfriend or whatever. And like his verse is about him talking to her like about like cheating behind his back and stuff like that. But I just thought that was super cool. But they both have like some huge like bars in there.
What about the song with Snoop?
I thought it was okay. I mean, it's a chill song.
I don't think I listened to that one.
It's a chill song. I mean, subject matter still there. I thought Snoop Dogg had some pretty decent lines in there.
Well, Snoop, yeah, he's the OG.
He's the man, yeah. But Hit Is. I thought Hit Is was. I think if I remember correctly, Hit Is has like a dope beat to it. I think it's like a pretty hard beat. I can't remember correctly though. Like I said, I have to re-listen to like a lot of these.
Yeah, I mean, like, especially a 23-song album's just a lot to, like, take in through one listen through. Like,
yeah, I know.
Because, like, by the time you listen to 23 songs, you, like, unless there's, like, features that, like, stay in your mind that you know, like, this is the song that I listened to. Like, when I listen to an album once, it's like, what song did I listen to, like, that I really liked? Like, you have to go back and listen to it a couple times before it actually sticks.
Yeah, well, when we get to Logic's album, I'll talk about that, But I only had Hit Is and Open Safe and Took His Time are the other two that I downloaded.
Yeah, I didn't even get that far, I don't think.
Yeah. So. But the rest of the songs I was like, okay, they're cool. They're like cool. All the songs are cool, but I feel like the ones I downloaded were definitely a lot better than the others. There was like some that were, I mean, there was nothing below like a 6, I would say, on that album. Like it's a good album, but I can't do it justice on a review without listening to it again.
Yeah, and I just thought we'd talk about it.
Obviously. I didn't even get around to listen to Kevin Gates' album yet, and he dropped one, and it's apparently super good.
And then, you like Young Dolph too?
I haven't listened to Dolph in a little bit, but
he dropped something. He dropped in the last week or so.
I heard it's good. I mean, he always has like that. He always has like the best beats, honestly.
But like Lil, I mean, how long's Lil Wayne been like
rapping?
I don't know how long's he been like. How long's it been since he dropped like the last Carter?
Oh, it's been. Maybe pre-2010, might
It's
be.
been that long.
I think so. And so let me see. Was it Carter 4?
I want to see what his last album was before that, because he went into that.
He dropped 2 dedications.
Yeah, but he was like in that kind of like, I don't know,
2011.
like rock rap phase.
2011 was Carter 4. So
2011.
Yeah,
that's
7 years.
As long as I thought.
That's pretty. That's
It's
long.
still 7 years between like parts of albums. I
Yeah.
guess. But what was I gonna say now? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like he went through that like rock rap phase for a while though, where people started to not like his music.
I liked some of it though.
Yeah, but people started to not like him because he changed his style a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
but I mean, obviously Carter 5's it goes back to a lot of his older music. So,
but I can never. Like when I talk to like kids like my soccer team, they're like, "Lil Wayne sucks." I'm like, just leave me alone.
Yeah.
Like I have a lot to say, but it's not even worth my time to explain it to you, man. Just know he's top 10 all the time.
I just
easily.
don't think people. I mean, like, there's just like so many people that don't listen to music for the lyrics. That's why we've already talked about this like so many times.
Yeah, if you actually want to enjoy an album, sit by yourself or like drive and just like listen.
Oh, that's the best thing. Oh, there's this one kid that I follow on Twitter. He's like one of the kids that got invited to Logic's.
Oh yeah, you told me about him. I think.
Or like album preview thing. He said that's what he does every time Logic drops a new album. He gets like fills up his gas with car and just drives fills up his car with gas. Yeah, I'm all messed up. But he fills up his car with gas and just drives around all night and listens to the album. That's what he does.
Yeah,
like just in the middle of the night, he'll go out and drive around.
That's like the best. Yeah, or like I was painting today and listening to Logic's album again, and it's just like, I don't know, it takes you somewhere else. Like when you do stuff like relaxing stuff while you like listen to music. But I don't really have anything else to say about Lil Wayne's album.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to talk about it some other time.
We might do Kevin Gates review. We could throw it in there too, probably like a fair one. But I don't really have anything else for
on we go.
On we go. Yeah, but so YSIV or Young Sinatra 4 for you who don't know, who couldn't figure out what that meant. Riley told me earlier she didn't know what that meant. She didn't know what YSIV. I mean, really? if you don't follow Logic, you wouldn't know. But
I mean, it's been since 2010 since he dropped the last Young Sinatra.
He said almost a decade.
Yeah, it's been 2010, I think he said. But I think that's what it was.
Yeah, but it was produced by Six. So his man.
Yeah.
Six is hard.
I mean, he has like a ton of features on this too.
Six has to be like one of the most like respected producers of all time.
Wu-Tang Clan's half the features on the album, or more than half the features on the album.
I was just gonna go right down the list. I have like tons of notes on like all these songs.
Yeah, but I mean, like I'm gonna mention the features real quick before we get into this. Mm-hmm. So
thank
you.
The
first song, Lucy Rose, and it's just the Rat Pack at the end, like people, just fans talking to him on his answering machine, telling him what he's done for them and everything, how much they love him and all that. Ryan Tedder's featured on One Day. That was one of the singles from earlier on.
Yeah.
The whole Wu-Tang Clan on Wu-Tang Forever. 100 Miles and Running with Wale and John Lindahl. I keep accidentally playing them because I forgot my sound was on.
Let's turn your sound up.
But no, John Lindahl and Wale. John Lindahl is, I think he's on the Logic's record label, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. I believe he is, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Either that or he's with VMG and he's like related to that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he has something to do with that. But
Haley Steinfeld has a part in Ordinary Day. Adventures of Stony Bob has Big Lembo. Sladro and Kaijo or Keijo. Keijo, how do you say that? Jaden Smith is on Iconic in a small part, and I think that's it. There's no people featured that it doesn't give them credit for. Yeah.
Everybody gets credit.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. If you wanna.
Yeah. Do you have something
to say about
something to say about everything.
All right, just start talking and I'll try to.
Well, thank you with Lucy Rose in it. Well, it starts with like a flashback to her incredible true story with the characters talking. Yeah. Where they're basically talking like they're in the future, so they're talking about listening to old Young Sinatra, like Logic's tape, which is 4. So like they're like ahead of this time. They said, "Oh, this is Logic's last tape," but they meant it's like his last Young Sinatra. Yeah. But he has a lot of music that come like they're like foreshadowing, like all of his albums like they come. But
like it was the beginning of, or sorry, the end of the Everybody album into the beginning, or like is where this album starts. Is the end of Everybody, and this one goes right into the very first song with the continuation.
Yeah, and as soon as it cuts from that, the beat is like super vibey.
Yeah.
Like it's just like some nod in your head music.
And, but he's just pretty much thanking everybody for like everything they've done for him. And everything.
He touches like a little bit on like his life story, like how he got started and stuff, and he's like talking about like how he can't leave the game because like it's like not where it's supposed to be yet or something like that. He said he's like addicted to it. And he mentions Kanye in like one of his opening lines. He's like, "Who?" He's like, "The old Kanye. Who's Kanye?" Like, but and then he's basically writing a letter to his fans. Like that's what this is about.
For the support and everything.
Yeah.
And then as I said, the fans come in at the end with like he had this thing one day that he put on Twitter and Instagram and everything where he said, "Call into this number."
Yeah.
And just leave a message or whatever. Yeah. And then he picked a bunch of people and put them on the album.
Yeah, I was counting today. I think he put like 100 people. Like
that was how many?
Yeah, like at one point, like he let a couple messages, like full messages go, but then he starts cutting it to where they just say where they're from, and he probably put like 100 people in there.
Oh jeez, I didn't even know there was that many on there.
But then he mentions that he hasn't made it yet. Like think about like where Logic has come from and where he is now, and he's still saying he hasn't made it. But
yeah, well, he said his next goal. I don't know what song he says it in. I can't remember now because I haven't listened to it enough. But he said his next goal is to make a bill.
Oh, that's iconic.
Is that what he says?
Yeah, it's iconic. He's like,
he said his next goal is to make a bill. So he technically I mean according to him he hasn't blown up yet.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's gotten to 100 mil. He's probably close. I'd say he's probably close to 100 mil.
For sure.
Now.
But I need to give in these lyrics for like the next couple songs, but I was just gonna jump into Everybody Dies because I didn't really have anything else about Thank You unless you did.
I mean, Everybody Dies is another single from a couple weeks before he dropped it.
Yeah.
That was definitely by far my favorite single.
Oh yeah. Oh, you didn't like The Return? I thought The Return.
I like
hard.
The Return, but Everybody Dies.
Oh, Everybody Dies is hard
one.
too. Yeah.
That's the one that I listened to a lot before the album came out.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say about it? I don't know. I mean, like, it has that like young Sinatra feel.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Real, like,
these like old stuff.
Sinatra feel,
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I think that's what made it more appealing. Like one day. I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about One Day. Like, it's a great song. Like Ryan Tedder's a great artist too. Mm-hmm. And I mean, that's a great song. But like. Everybody Dies is just like the throwback Sinatra.
You know what I didn't think about this?
Yeah.
Like how you had the title Everybody Dies. I don't think it's about like the legitimate like life, like everybody dies in life. I think it's more like
it's about telling people to follow their dreams and stuff. Do it. Like he's trying to say to go out and like take risks, like do what you want to do with your life because everybody's eventually gonna die. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, I agree. But Logic is cutthroat in this song, dog.
I know, but still, I know what he's saying.
Yeah.
But you know what he's saying. Like he's like go out and like do what you want to do. Yeah. Like take risk and live life, like because everybody's gonna die at some point. That's like what the message of the song is.
Yeah. But it's like right off the bat he comes at like all the little rappers, dude. He's like
with the mumble rap.
Yeah, he says all these little rappers come and go, wonder where they went.
He mentions mumble rappers quite a few times on this album.
Oh yeah, he's trying to wipe them off the face of the earth. But
but I was gonna say one thing. Did you see the new merch line he dropped after the album came out? It was Everybody Dies, like sweatshirts and t-shirts. Oh, the sweatshirts are sick. Really? It's like the Bobby Boy thing mixed with that. Like it has the Bobby Boy like logo on it, and it has the eyes like X'd out like the Everybody Dies. Like he has white and black sweatshirts. They're cool.
That stuff. Yeah, I need a Bobby Boy hat.
They're like affordable stuff too. Like he made all the merch for like this line like super affordable.
What is it?
T-shirts are only like $10 or something.
Oh really?
Like $20 or something.
That's super cheap.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's like so much like subject matter and lyrics in here. He mentions like he is the greatest MC of all time. He says I'm not top 3. I'm not 10. I'm not top 3. I'm more like top 3. I'm not 2 because nobody can top me.
What he says. Yeah,
but and then he mentions he has 5 unreleased albums, which I mean that's a lot of material that he says to come. Obviously,
greatest of all time. No lying, that's the outcome. That's what he says.
Yeah, but But they also kind of foreshadowed that in the beginning of Thank You, like saying he had like a lot of material to come and stuff like that. But he says, I do it for the boom bap, the trap, and the radio, basically flexing his variety of like music that he can do. Like he can do anything he wants.
Well, one other thing though, if like anybody listening isn't familiar with Logic, he like trolled people like within the last year or so, where he said that he was going to be done making music after his next album.
Yeah, he said Ultra 85 was going to be his last album, and everybody thought it was his next
supposed
album.
to be this wait, when Sinatra dropped here, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was like kidding, and then it came out like, I would say at the beginning of summer somewhere, that he said on an interview that he was just messing around. He thought it'd be funny to mess around with everybody. So I mean, obviously now he said he has like 5 unreleased albums worth of music.
Yeah.
So he'll be around for a while still, and I'm sure he's gonna work more on that too.
Yeah.
He's gonna add more.
But there's just like so much like subject matter. He even like flexes about like how he's getting bigger now. He mentions he goes to the gym and stuff like that in this song. He mentions like how people shouldn't kill one another because we're all like alike and stuff like that. Obviously, he like spreads his peace like in like how he always does. Do what you love. He says, "Do what you love. Do what you love." Like he says that repeatedly in the second verse.
Yeah.
And like how Jordan said, that's like what Everybody Dies is about.
Yeah.
And then he says he feels sorry for the rappers coming up because he's sweeping up the rap game. He said,
I mean, like this song's just so hard though. Like, I mean, like just like a lot of the songs in this album, but like the first like stanza is like, I mean, like that's like great too. He said, grew up broke as fuck, rich folks was adjacent. Maryland staring out the window for motivation. I remember little Bobby, little B. I wish that I could be a dog in a rich family. How nice would that should be?
Yes,
my life a catastrophe. That's hilarious, man.
Oh man, dude. I'll just keep going.
I mean, it's like great. Like it's like every stanza that you read through on here is like so great.
And he says, he mentions money, how people are like so obsessed with money, and there's a lot of that in this that he mentions, that people care too much about money and like give up their lives to basically chase paper.
Yeah.
But he says you can't take it with you. Like he said you can't take your money with you. Like I mean, so a lot of artists have said that, but like
he's kind of like talking about like spending your money on stuff that's gonna make you more money.
Yeah.
Like,
and
there's no point of just saving money and not using it for anything.
Yeah, exactly. That's it. He said spend it when you can.
Yeah.
But he also mentions one thing that is a shot to everybody who doesn't listen to lyrics. He said lyricism is education, which is a fact, because you can learn stuff from like how people speak and like what they speak about. And I thought that was like a pretty big point to mention. But that was like the last point I had.
Imagine taking like a class in college or high school or something where like a lyricism class.
Oh, I love that.
Listening to any like, well, I guess rappers would.
If you're on a first date and your date didn't like Logic, is that a deal breaker?
That's funny. That's a funny question, because you know what you just made me think of?
What?
When I think it's on one of the Under Pressure, the songs on Under Pressure, he asks, the girl he's on a date with.
She doesn't like Tarantino.
Like, do you like Tarantino? And she's like, no. She's like, no, he's like, she doesn't like his movies or whatever. And he's like, oh shit. He's like, that's it. Like,
yeah, that's funny. That's
like
Metropolis.
I wouldn't say like that's not like a complete deal breaker, but like that's. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it would be something like nice to have in common.
It'd be nice to have in common. Yeah. But our promo is My Worst Date. Basically, the hosts are Keegan, Cassie, and Christina. I hope I said Keegan right, because I could get that wrong. But I'm terrible with names. But they basically talk about worst date stories. They're super dope. They talk to us all the time on Twitter. I mean, I even probably have a few that I had the list for the worst dates. But yeah, I mean, definitely check out their podcast. They're on most platforms. They're on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Radio Public, which I never heard of, we need to look into that. But and their socials, I'll link out all this below, like on YouTube or our podcast. They're also on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. They have a Facebook group and a Patreon, which you guys should donate to if you can. And we'll play their promo now.
Hi, I'm Keegan.
And I'm Cassie.
And I'm Christina.
Have you ever had a guy you're dating try and pick up your brother?
Have you ever been on a date where a guy showed up wearing the exact same outfit as you?
Have you ever been on a date where the guy sniffs you as a greeting?
If so, this just might be the podcast for you. Tune in to My Worst Date.
Because let's face it, misery loves company.
All right, we're back. I hope you guys enjoyed that little promo for them. Definitely go check them out. I need to get around to listening to one of their podcasts too. I've just had so much material to listen to with all these albums and all the podcasts that I told people I'd listen to and check out. But we'll definitely get around to that.
I feel like that'd be an entertaining channel.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, it's
sure.
probably hilarious.
Entertaining
Yeah,
podcast.
yeah, for sure. Their little promo is hilarious. But
I mean that's like something. Like comedic.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. That you could definitely make another comedy skit or something.
It's definitely one of those things that I would listen to for a while. Like I like to listen to funny stories and stuff like that. So that'd be something cool.
But you have anything else to add before we dip out?
No. I mean, just go check it out. YSIV.
Oh, yeah. Don't sleep
in
on
stores
it.
now.
Yeah. Don't sleep on it. That's what I put on my story today. I said too many people were sleeping on this.
Yeah. Yeah, but go check that out. Obviously, go check out Carter 5.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll probably do some kind of review or throw him in another episode at some point.
Yeah. No, Kevin Gates album.
Kevin Gates dropped one.
And
Young Dolph.
Thug. Young Thug too.
Dropped one. Young Dolph.
Yeah.
A lot of music coming out in the past couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's starting to push towards the end of the year. A lot of music's going to start coming out.
I'm sure there's going to be more soon.
Yeah,
also,
for sure.
Kanye's supposed to drop a project apparently. I mean, I thought he was supposed to drop one last week.
Scared.
He was supposed to drop it with Carter 5 and YSIV, but he didn't end up doing it.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this weekend, maybe we'll have a Kanye drop, but I don't know, or soon here. Yep.
Let's see.
But just a lot of music.
Yeah,
coming out.
But yeah, man. You got anything else before we dip out?
That's it.
Hey, man. Oh man, I would love to make some shirts to give the. But just like a side thought here, we are gonna make some shirts for our podcast guests to give away to them. If you guys want to come on the podcast and chill out with us, if you have something interesting to talk about, just email us or hit us up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever. We'll answer you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. If you guys enjoyed this video or podcast, if you're listening to it. Well, if you're listening, make sure you share and download. That's super important. For the month of October, we need to get another 200 views for the month. I mean, I would like to get to 250, maybe up it a little bit this month, especially since it is Halloween. We could have some Halloween specials. We're definitely interested.
We will be having like a lot of holiday specials coming up. To be honest, like you'll have Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas.
We're going to Vegas in November.
Yeah, and we're planning on. I think we mentioned before we're going to plan on vlogging during our trip to Vegas because it's going to be a cross country trip. Yeah, so, and we'll have a lot of stuff to talk about. Yeah, and to show. Yeah.
And I'm great. We plan on meeting up with the Grave Girls if they're in Vegas. If they're available, because there's like a family time. Yeah, they said. But
well, I mean, obviously that's going to be pretty close to Thanksgiving by the time we get there. I would assume. And we're gonna be like pushing it to get back for Thanksgiving.
Yeah. If are we going through Chicago? Is that what they said?
I think that's what Michael said. He wanted to
if you're in Chicago, Las Vegas.
Well, I mean, in the Midwest, I think we were gonna stop in Denver too if it's not snowing.
Yeah, if it's not snowing,
we were planning on
we probably will
Denver.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, November.
Yeah, you would think in the mountains it's probably gonna be snowing, but
I mean, maybe somewhere around there.
We're gonna cross through in the Midwest somewhere.
Yeah. If you're somewhere around that area and you have a podcast and it's like pretty interesting, we'll definitely meet up with you and chill.
I'm assuming we'll probably stay in Vegas for a couple of days when we get there because like we're not just gonna get a flight out as soon as we drive in. Like that would be stupid.
Yeah, but we'll be chilling. Yeah, but definitely keep up with that whenever that'll be November. That'll be another month. We'll talk about that when it gets closer to that. But yeah, we're gonna have some special festivities for this month since it is gonna be Halloween and stuff like that. But yeah, if you're listening, share and download so we can get our downloads up. We plan on getting to 250 this month. That's gonna be our goal. That'll be 50 more than last month. I hope we got our 5 for this night. I didn't even check when we started, but we were up to like 395 out of like 400. Yeah, but But yeah, make sure you like and comment and subscribe to our podcast as well. If you're on YouTube, like, comment, share, and subscribe as well. Our YouTube channel, we've got more subscribers. I think we're up to like 20, which is like decent for like not putting too much effort into that recently. I mean, I'm trying to like do a little bit more with like our cover photos and stuff, but definitely trying to move that up a little bit because we don't even get paid for that till we're like 40 hour or what is it?
Oh, I don't know. It's like a ton.
It's like a ton of hours of
like
content.
A bunch of requirements now, so people don't make money off of one video.
But we'll get there, especially with our vlogs. But yeah, check us out on all of our socials, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Go donate to our Patreon tiers to enhance your viewing and listening experience. Go check out our website and blog. Part 5 is up on our blog, right?
No, it was on part 6 last
6,
week.
yeah. Okay.
Part 7 will be posted on Wednesday.
Yeah, make sure you guys go check that out. Maybe share with some of your friends or something like it. Place a comment on there. Follow us on Snap. It's the same as our Twitter, official SSOL. And yeah, until next time, have a positive and productive day.
Welcome to some shit that's considered legendary.